tuning in right now. This is TBI. This is PJ's alongside Dave and Logan. We are live at the Ball 2024 draft, and our commissioner is making his final address.
Logan, you excited to be here?
You can't see below the waist, but yes, I absolutely am.
This is a very exciting night.
You usually have to pay double for that, Cotton.
The draft is one of those events and nights where Ball comes together, an opportunity to learn who you're going to be playing with throughout the season. You're not knowing this year who your quarterback's going to be when you get drafted because the captains are not quarterbacks this year, but you know your team is going to be built around people who have a great understanding of Ball. It starts with vets like Steve-O and Kuti. We got a prime who's basically a vet at this point in Ball. And then you have two lesser-known guys like Zalman, Ernie, and Rook. Rook's not even here tonight. Does that impact his draft?
I think that's just classic Jubal. Is that a guy just doesn't even show up to the draft, you know? Maybe he's drunk somewhere. Maybe he's drunk drafting. I think it's fantastic. Obviously, we miss you, Rook. We hope you draft well tonight. But I think this is the closest we're going to get back to going to a quote-unquote randomizer. And I'm very excited to be here, very excited to see what happens. There's so much unpredictability.
Well, the first pick is almost in.
I can't believe I'm so lucky. I'm so lucky to have made it this far with you guys. I am with, it's a little, not a Dvar Torah, but like, he said that like Moshe Rabin, he wasn't allowed to go into the land, right? He wasn't allowed to go into Israel. He led the people, and then he said, just let me look into, just let me look in. Let me go on the mountaintop and I'll look in. And I know, as someone who ran something, Moses, he ran the people, right? He ran the people. And I got to run these people for, not for how long he did. I don't know. Anybody know how long? No. They were wandering, was it 40 years? 40 years or so?
Don't make this
I got to do for what?
Don't be testing us on our history.
I got to do for 23 years. And I'm telling you guys, I look into the land and I see what we're gonna be, and it's like it's never enough. Steve-O talked about it. It's never enough. I could say, I'll get one more season. It won't be enough. I get 10 more seasons. It won't be enough. It's never enough. I want to do this forever, and you just can't. It's just the way life goes. So
We love you, Jordan!
love you guys. All right, I'll be around. I'll be around as long as I can.
Kuti is on the clock. Kuti has officially 1 minute to get his pick in. Obviously, we know there's a lot of conversation, Davo. Does he go quarterback Prey or the best wide receiver, Zin? What do you say? Where is he going right here?
I have to find out because I think the pick is in.
They're both top prospects, right? They're both.
Ooh. Kuti. Everyone, please give Kuti your attention. And here we go. Let us know when it's in.
You
pick-
say that often, don't you?
So let's talk about it, right? You have Zin, who's a freak of nature, an animal on the wide receiver.
He dropped it. He dropped it in the chat. All right. The pick is officially in. Kuti has officially taken with the number 1 overall pick. It goes to Holy smokes! Demo! Reaction!
Like I said, it wasn't debate a little bit, but it's a fantastic pick. You're talking about the ultimate game changer on both sides of the ball. You're talking about the best receiver, maybe the best defensive player.
Shut up!
It's so fantastic.
Oh my gosh!
That's
Get together.
Wow!
And
The turkey leg!
By the way, that's a classic Detroit
Ryan Back is
Thanksgiving
losing it.
special right
He's
there.
calling Rook. He's trying to make a trade.
Down.
Prime is trying to make a trade right now. He's offering Rook. He just offered Rook 3 pounds of weed.
Rookie's officially on the clock. He's got a minute. He's got a minute to do it. Logan, are you shocked? This is more shocking than
I am shocked. I think you got to go best available quarterback and free safety, but it's not a bad pick, but I am definitely shocked. I would have gone quarterback.
All right, the pick is in. The number 2 overall pick of Rook TBI! Is the number one pick for Rook, the second overall. Logan, any surprise here?
I mean, once Zinn went off the board, you have to assume he's going to go with not only the best quarterback available, but literally the best player available. It is not a mistake here. I think Rook is thrilled with what, in quotes, fell to him in Prey. Again, don't think you can go wrong with either Zinn or Prey, but I think Rook is thrilled with what happened right now.
Prime is on the clock. Who does he go here?
It's about to get a little bit chilly outside. We know this. You're talking about who's the only person that has potential to stop Zinn? It's Ice, right? Who can anchor that defense with you? You know, it's Iceman. You're talking about you're locking down both sides of the field. Now you can also go line. You have DK who's a monster.
I need something for my computer.
Rabin, who's a beast. You know, any three of these guys can go. They're all interchangeable. But I think you're going to put the two best. You're going to put the best receiver back left on the board. You're going to take him. You're going to put him with yourself as being prime. You're going to be fantastic on the offense. You're going to be fantastic on the defense. And then you just put the rest of the pieces together in the puzzle.
And the pick is in. The third pick is in. Prime takes Iceman. Now that's it. You know, Logan, come here, Logan. Any shot here on Iceman taking the pick here?
Again, I think this goes back to what we had mentioned previously, best available talent. This is going to be an extremely physical wide receiver core that they have right here. I think it's a fantastic pick. They played together last season and obviously went to a championship. I think it's a great pick, and that I think one you can't go wrong with, and quite frankly, not a surprise.
Steve-O, where does Steve-O go here?
Well, you got the two best players left on the board. You got DK and you got Open. My personal pick, I'm taking Open just because I think he gives you the flexibility on offense to play with any quarterback that you may get. Be it your own Fight, Gronk, Cerulli. Open gives you that availability and that protectability and the snapping that every quarterback would love to have, and you're setting your anchor down for the offense. Defensively, you put DK on, you're setting your defensive anchor on the line with his DK. The guy's an animal. He's unstoppable. He's training for the Maccabi Games, the Olympics, and jiu-jitsu. He's only getting better. So either way you're picking, you're getting some sort of animal.
Would you be shocked here if Steve-O went quarterback?
Yeah, I would. Absolutely shocked.
That would be
especially with him getting the hook of only one person, a.k.a. the rubber duckies in front of him. Absolutely.
That would be the most captain thing to do.
Okay.
That's fair.
Well, is the pick in? We are still waiting. Steve-O is officially on the clock.
The pick is in. Steve-O just doesn't have Wi-Fi.
And the pick at number 4. Steve-O takes it number 4.
The first pick of the Reapers.
Wow, the Reapers get open.
I've got a feeling that his quarterback, whoever that may be, will end up reaping the benefits of this pick. You see what I did there?
I love it. Well, Dave-O, where do you go here at number 5 if you're our Ernie?
Well, I feel your feeling on my leg, so just keep it to your side. Again, we spoke about him already a few times. DK, I think he's the best player. If you're Ernie, you're already on the hook. So your 5 and 6 pick are essentially are basically interchangeable.
There it is.
So if you want to take go a quarterback, you could take a quarterback. If you want to go DK and someone else, you could take. So I think one of these next 2 picks will be DK.
I agree with you, but I also think he's got to go quarterback here because he's not going to be able to pick until the hook at the end of the 3rd round.
Well, I'm saying they're interchangeable.
The pick is in. With the last pick in the 1st round, Ernie takes the quarterback.
Okay.
Well, second quarterback off the board, Logan.
Quarterback off the board. They've had a connection before, right? They played
Dax championship.
Dax knows that all. You know, he essentially said, I'm going to go for a quarterback if it's there.
Ernie, you're on the clock again.
And quite frankly, I don't think you can go wrong with a quarterback in this position. He went with a known commodity, someone who's won both here and in Tuesday Night Football. I think it's a great pick.
Where does he go at 6?
Again, if he doesn't take DK, then
you can't let the Wizard get DK and Open. That'd be absurd.
But Ernie basically said to Dax, rubber ducky, you're number 1.
The pick is in. The first pick of the 2nd round. The 6th overall pick goes to from Ernie DK.
Now this pick makes sense. DK is a fellow cookies in bed eater, so it makes perfect sense that Ernie would draft him to be on the Rubber Duckies. DK is a crumb man himself, and quite frankly, might be one of the biggest up-and-comers in Jew ball. This is a phenomenal pick for that team. Again, Dax is someone who likes to have a strong line. I love this pick for them.
Listen, I'll give you an up-and-comer, but I think this connection really started months ago. We didn't even realize it. But when DK got Ernie the Orange, the connection was boom.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good
That's how
call.
it started.
Great call.
Where does Steve-O go here?
Oh, that's a
You got the line open. Where do you go? Do you go quarterback now?
so
Or do you go receiver?
listen, Mighty's on the board. Mighty's fantastic player. Could play with any quarterback. He's ageless. He's timeless. But Logan, you know about this.
I know
Steve-O knows about
exactly
this.
what you're going to say.
You have an ability to put with the second round a team that was the most dominant team ever in Jubal history. You have Solo there. If you take him, you're setting up your greatest line that
You know, it's so funny. That's not what I was thinking. I was thinking
Steve-O.
open legs because legs is more
But again,
consistent than
the pick-
You could
if
take
you knew
Mighty.
Solo would be there.
The pick is in. The 7th overall pick goes to Mighty from Steve-O. Mighty is number 7.
Steve goes with a wide receiver 1 and locks down his free safety spot. You know, Steve-O plays a ridiculous corner on Steve-O Island, so he didn't have to worry about that side of the ball. He went free safety, and quite frankly, best available free safety still left.
I'll give you an interesting stat about Mighty. Is that over the last 5-6 years that we've been recording stats on the website, Mighty leads everybody in touchdowns with a total touchdowns of exactly 100.
He should have retired then.
Well, are we assuming here Prime is taking quarterback?
I have to. I personally think it was a stretch for Mighty, but I would love for him to prove me wrong and win the MVP.
No, but
this year.
does Prime take a quarterback here? Prime's on the clock. Does Prime take quarterback?
To pick up legs, which would be a ridiculous physical
Oh, you're talking about
add
Prime, yeah.
to his team.
Because he needs line.
He would know Solo better, so that also is a ridiculous.
I mean, you lock
There's a
down.
great option available, dude. I will rush the out of you anytime I want.
All right,
Listen, I mean, he's
By
got
the way,
2 wide receivers.
Guys,
Why not line? Legs is there.
By the way, one other thought: Steve-O picking up Mighty might solidify his offensive line.
True as well. Listen, I said Solo was the best lineman available.
Prime.
Maybe it was Mighty.
the pick is in with the 8th overall pick. Prime selects your Brown.
What a jabroni!
Wow. Wow. Well, did you believe that Yaron was the 3rd best quarterback left in the draft?
Debatable, potentially, but debatable. I don't think it's a slam dunk.
Listen, I think Yaron has something to prove this year, and
Agreed.
he has an ability with 2 hard-nosed players to put it together. He just has to out-Yaron himself.
Look, we've always said that of all the quarterbacks, who doesn't need a strong offensive line? It's Yaron. The way that he releases the ball, the way that he sees the field, he is a quarterback who does not necessarily rely on his line. And quite frankly, Prime probably felt if I can't beat him, cheat him. So with Yaron.
Who does Rook take here?
He's got Prey. Prey needs a receiver. Prey needs a line. So you're at the curve. So
Right.
What does Cookie do?
All right, the pick is in.
Legs all day, baby.
The pick is in. Rook takes with the number 9 pick. Every
Great pick.
Logan, you agree with Davo? Great pick.
I think if you're looking at pure talent, it's not even debatable. He is the best available talent on the board. However, you also worry about availability because that, quite frankly, might be the best ability. And the question is, can he be healthy? Can he play a game? Can he play significant minutes all through the season? I hope so because, again, he's a great guy. We want to see him play, and when he does play, he's phenomenal. But it's an if to me. I think it's an if.
But you know that's the benefit of taking the quarterback and Prey as well, because now you not only do you get a secondary player, a player in the secondary, but you're also getting a top tier player there. So even if Avery wants to take off a player or 2 on the defensive side, you have Rook already, you have Prey already. Now you're going to come around. You'll see who else is there. I think you'll be fantastic. I think Avery's done a fantastic. I think people forget how great he really was.
All right, where does Cook go here?
You got 2 picks.
No, I'm kidding.
You got the next 2 picks, yeah.
So he's got so again we have mentioned this previously. Kut is the advantage of already having alignment. You know what I mean? Like he does not need to reach for alignment. So he's got Gronk is still on the board.
Right.
Fida obviously still on the board, and those are your two quarterbacks. I don't think he quarterback here.
Well, the pick is in with the last pick of the second round. Bookie takes the Sheriffs.
I love this pick. I love this pick. This guy can play all over the field. He's a defensive presence. He's a wide receiver 1A, 1B. The guy shows up every single game, and he's extremely reliable. He will absolutely have the 10 games and the 3 required to play for the playoffs. I love this pick.
I'm just going to jump in and give a little analysis here. You now have alignment and Kuti. You have the best wide receiver and safety in Zin. You now lock down one side on the defense, and you get a 1A wide receiver. Like, wow.
Yeah.
And now you can go quarterback here, Davo. Could you?
You could go legs and really seal up the line.
Oh, man. Or solo.
But what I want to say about
Sheriff, Solo.
Save a horse, ride a cowboy.
Wow. Well,
Solo, leg.
the pick is in. The first pick of the third round. What he takes. Gronk.
Very interesting pick, and I love it. I love this.
I love this pick as well.
I love this pick for them. I think Kuti's going to do. I think Gronk is going to do great things on
Guys,
defense. In addition to
Gronk and Zin
I know.
on the same team.
Think about trying to
Wow.
play Gronk, but under Zin.
Oh, you got Gronk a linebacker.
Right.
Zin as safety. You got Sheriff on one side. Kuti on the line.
And you know what we've also established? We know whose quarterback the Wizard is. In which case, he doesn't need to. He can use the third round for position players or for linemen.
I think every
advantage, right?
guys, every team that passed on Gronk right now is going to regret it. I'm sorry. I said it on last week's episode. I said it.
We'll find out at the end of the season.
No, of course, but right now they're going to regret it because I think Gronk is so good. But Davo, where does
I think all the quarterbacks have something to play for this season, and I think
who does Rook take?
He's got to take legs, right?
All right, the pick is in with the second pick in the third round. Rook takes legs. So legs is the second pick of the third round. Slam dunk. This is what Davo's been saying. Slam dunk. Logan, you agree? Slam dunk.
I mean, look, he's looking for linemen, right? He's looking for linemen. He's looking for someone who's gonna wreak havoc. He's basically he's picked up QB1. He's picked up wide receiver 1. Now he's picking up lineman 1. And quite frankly, if you think about what legs can do on defense and what Ivory and Rook can do on defense with Prey in the backfield, that's a pretty great defense.
Does Prime take Solo right now? Does he risk it for the biscuit?
The question is, does he know if he's going to play?
I don't. Yaron's gonna say, I can get him. I can wake his ass up. I can make sure he's here.
It's true.
You have
Does he want to secure something better? You know, I think he goes.
I love this pick.
Oh wow! Oh wow!
the pick is in. The pick is in. The Bloods of Prime have taken Storm with the third pick in the third round. All right, we love this pick. We love Storm. Makes sense. You're now giving your own Storm, Prime, and Ice to throw the ball to. Like you put Storm at safety, right? Because that makes sense. You've locked down like this defense. It might be as good as Prey and the back end, Ivory and Rook on the other sides, and I think might even be better than Gronk with the team they have. Thoughts?
I love the pick. I mean, look, again, we've said this before, but Yaron is the guy who can find receivers open even with mediocre line play. And quite frankly, that's going to be a really hard tandem to stop. Storm going deep, Iceman and Prime going short, just running those crossing routes or just setting blocks for each other. It's a very physical team.
Pick is in.
I don't love the Storm pick as much, not because it's Storm. Storm, I think, should have went maybe even around pick before. I think maybe even the Prey would have been better. I think you're wasting his talents as wide receiver 3. Defensively, where are you playing him? I think that.
Where does Wizard go here? Quick.
Listen, I've been saying it all day. Somebody draft Solo for the love
The
of
pick is in with the fourth pick in the third round. The Wizard takes Solo!
Solo is not here, but we all know what they're getting the wizard for Hanukkah. It's an alarm clock. And quite frankly, this is a very interesting pick. Here's the thing. If Solo shows up, I know for a fact Fight can play behind Open and Solo. I could play quarterback behind Open and Solo. So, like, quite frankly, assuming Solo shows up, assuming Solo is going to commit to getting to 10 games, that is an unbelievable pick if he shows up. It's a risk, but it's a great pick.
Okay.
High risk, high reward. But you're talking about, right, that you're talking about a lot of receivers just went up the board, right? You have a fantastic receiver already, A. Now you have a fantastic lineman, A. B, right? Now you take the most dominant line that you can possibly get, and all these quarterbacks are going to be running for their lives.
Okay, guys, I'm going to say something right now that I think might be a little controversial, but I think this is a mistake taking Mighty in the second round. I think Steve should have got himself a quarterback. He would have got Solo in this spot regardless, and he would have open Solo with a really good quarterback. This was a mistake. But the pick is in with the last pick of the third round. Ernie takes Tommy boy. Tommy. I think this is a reach, if I'm being honest. I think this is a reach. I like Tommy a lot. I like his play. It's okay. It's okay. I'm okay with that. I'm not afraid to back up my words. Reality is, as much as I like Tommy, I think he brings a lot to the game. I think there's other talent out here that he could have taken to shore up his team. But Logan, do you agree or disagree?
There's some really, really nice talent out there. BK's out there.
I know.
Let's see who he goes with. Look, he needed a wide receiver one. If Ernie truly believes that Tommy can be that wide receiver one, then he made the right pick. But I think time will tell on this one.
I played with Tommy last year. He made some great plays. Don't get me wrong. Like he matched up against Zinn at one point where I was like, wow, like I was very impressed. But he also got beat. Like no, I agree. But even even in the champion, even in the playoff game that we played against you guys, he got beat. Listen, he's a good player.
You got beat by the best team ever in Jew ball. Yeah, it happens. Guys, he's fantastic talent. He's played 4 Jew ball games. Give him a minute. Let him adjust. He's going to be playing with a very good quarterback.
All right,
he's going to be playing with half a good line to start with. If Dak's going to have a little bit of time to throw, Tommy can get to space. He's fast. He's strong. He's violent. He's a great pick. I love BK. But BK's not your receiver one. He's not that type of guy. He could be your DB one, but he's not your wide receiver one.
Ernie is on the clock to pick. Ernie, got to get a pick in.
Quite frankly, if you wanted a wide receiver one, you could have gone with Goldberg too.
You can go Goldberg right now.
I like that. I like that pick. That's a good pick. Give Dax a good receiver.
I like that pick, except I would love to solidify that line. Yeah.
Well, he doesn't go that way. The pick is in with the first pick of the fourth round. Ernie selects BK. BK.
Have it your way. There you go, Logan. See, BK finally off the board.
Quite frankly, sorry, I interrupted you. So personally speaking, I thought BK was better than Tommy. But if you picked BK in the previous round and then what was left, Tommy's not a terrible pick. So now that I've got insight into this entire pick, I don't hate it as much. I do love the wide receiver group of BK, Tommy, and Ernie.
Yes.
I really do like that. BK blocking with Dax on quarterback.
Yeah.
So now that I've got again insight into Ernie's draft board, I do like both picks.
Wait, can I just interrupt for a second? Steve-O goes quarterback last now, right? You don't take fight till the last round, correct?
Yeah.
You got guys like Gold. I would take a guy like Sada.
Goldberg.
But I'll tell you my problem with the BK pick. And if you want to say BK and Tommy are interchangeable, it's fine. I think that, especially now that you know what the other line is, I think you wanted to kind of grab that last tier lineman that you have left in Oren. You know, he gives you that snapping ability that Dax needs, so he can start.
I agree with that.
Back already.
You saying just in case Solo doesn't show up?
Just in case anyone doesn't show up. No, I'm saying.
No. He's saying.
Dax and Ernie should have thought about it.
Oh, damn.
All right, the pick is in with the second pick of the fourth round. The Wizard selects Goldberg. So Goldberg now with open
Goldberg gets picked.
and Wizard.
Unbelievable, Davo.
Yeah, listen. You got Solo, Goldberg. They come back together. They were on that team last year. They were on Purple Cobras last year. Obviously, that was a team that didn't do well. They're hoping, obviously, this season things go better with Steve-O at the helm with Open. But obviously, time will tell here. You got open solo with Goldberg.
Great pick. Fantastic. You have two fantastic receivers, two
Not
fantastic
just
linemen.
you got to count Steve-O in there too.
But no,
yeah.
but I'm saying
All right.
he's making the pick, so he's picking it.
The Bunch Prime pick is in with the third pick in the fourth round. Prime wants a big O.
I'll see you after the show.
Well,
See, this is what I was saying.
you were saying this, Steve-O. Dave-O.
Fix this, and they're now Prime didn't have any linemen. Now he has one to compete with the ultimate line. He's got fantastic receivers still, and now they just gotta put something else together.
All right. If you are now Rook on your board, Davo, I'm getting my names right now. On the board, Davo, if you are Rook, what's left for you?
We've got a couple of really nice choices here.
I got Dobbs,
So I think Dobbs is a
Ooh.
great pick. I think
Ooh.
Davo is a great pick.
Zada.
I think if you want to go like in the fourth round, I don't think Stella's crazy, even though I know in previous rounds he's not gone that high. I think those are good.
Zada's my guy here.
Zada's available too.
All right, the pick is in. With the fourth pick in the fourth round, Rook selects Zada.
That guy has gone in the fourth round quite often.
Yeah.
And I think that's perfect. It's a really nice pick.
I love it. I love this pick here. This is such a good
I
pick.
think he's a real high quality player who runs kind of the defense. He plays in the middle of the field, and he's also a guy. Here is a situation where Zada's fitting in perfectly. I think Zada in the fourth is not only not a stretch, but quite frankly, somewhere where he could even have some higher impact in a fourth round pick.
Kutty's got the next two picks. Does he go Doms here? He should, because he needs a line, right? He needs a second lineman next to him, or
Davo is a great pick right here.
or does he take Spear in the fifth?
To
shore up the offensive line.
I think I'm gonna tell you like this. You're gonna call me crazy. I'm taking Dobbs and I'm taking Sting. I think if Sting can be healthy, he's a sneaky guy.
And you put him at linebacker.
But you're talking about you have Zinneretti.
I'd play Stella. He's healthy all the time.
Yeah, you
Stella
could.
never gets hurt.
You could, but I'm saying you have
Watch this.
Zinneretti.
God, oh no. Could you imagine if I just gave the jinx to Stella? That'd be awful.
And the pick is in with the last pick of the fourth round. Kutty selects for the first time this guy is drafted, not in the sixth round, Stella. Stella rounds out the fourth round.
I think it's a great pick. I think he's someone who shows up every year. He's a phenomenal hands in terms of flag grabbing.
Wow.
That obviously you can throw to. Gronk has a connection with him. I think there's a phenomenal pick for Kutty. Again, solidifying, taking what I would consider to be the best available wide receiver left on the board, especially for a team that, feels like they've solidified their line. From my opinion, they haven't, but feels like they haven't. Frankly, now I think they must go line.
Stella's such an under the radar guy.
Yeah, Kutty definitely needs someone next to him. He's got to go Dobbs here, right? It makes sense. Go Dobbs. Right?
But by the way, if Kutty agrees to snap, Davo is a great pick right here also.
If you take Dobbs, you can always take a Spira, a Burt, an Effie later.
Right, that's true. That's a fair point, by the way.
Dobbs on the defensive line. You can have Dobbs as receiver. People forget how good of a receiver Dobbs is.
All right, the pick is in with the first pick of the fifth round. Kutty selects Dobbs.
That's the smart move. You got to take that.
Safe. I call it safe. It's a safe move. You know what you're getting. He could play a really good wide receiver. He could play a really good line. This guy was the MVP. This guy was almost the MVP of the first championship year. Just Begg had one unsick game against an unbelievably great game. But Dobbs is dominating solo in that first game. You got Kutty and Dobbs on the line. Dobbs is interchangeable. I love this pick.
Quite frankly, if Dobbs is playing wide receiver, something completely wrong has happened to them.
Unless they draft an offensive lineman later.
They got Sherrick, they got Stella. They need linemen. So unless Dobbs has to be playing line, otherwise this pick makes no sense.
Dave, where's Prime going here?
Right.
Oh, I'm sorry. Rook. Where does Rook go here?
That's a great question. Listen, I like Sting. I'm a big Sting guy. You could take a Davo. Overrated. I mean, we did just win a championship.
I do think Actually, I do think you go Davo here if I'm Rook.
Davo's a great pick right here. Again,
Listen,
he's got legs, but he doesn't have anyone else.
Hold on,
Now, the problem with Davo is that legs and Davo both play tight end.
I'm
unless
gonna
you're
give
Oh, Davo looks great right now. I think Davo can
I-
go back to receiver.
Can I tell you? Can I tell you the pick is? The pick is going to be Jordan. You're talking about a guy
Oh.
every year, a double-digit receiving touchdown player. He's fantastic. One game, he already has 2 touchdowns.
I could
He
see.
plays well. He plays hard. He gives it everything he's got. His last year, you want to send the commissioner off with a championship. You want to be that guy to do it. I think it's fantastic pick.
Who does Rook like running routes with? Practice.
Oh, Jay. Oh.
Beast.
Oh.
I think he'd go beast on the line right here.
The question is, how healthy is he? Is he ready to
It's a
play?
good question, and Rook probably has injury, but
listen,
he
but-
and Rook
but
are,
who-
he and Beast are tight.
Who does Rook say his best friend is? Jordan. If I'm taking the pick, I'm taking Jordan.
Now remember, for those of you
I think you get Jordan.
For those you who don't know, this is the last round that we announced the picks for, so we got 3 more in. The pick is in with the second pick in the 5th round. Rook selects Sting.
I told you.
Really,
Sting is a great guy. People forget about because he's often injured.
That's his problem. He's often injured. That's a big problem for Sting.
But if he could be healthy and he can stay in the field, he's a very above solid defender. And he's a tall receiver. He's quick. He gets open. He has the ability to do things. Sting is an underrated player. Like Stella, he's underrated. People overlook him, but he's very good. He's got good hands when he can make the extra play.
Guys, honestly, I don't know where Prime's going here. This draft, I will say this, I'm having a hard time. But the pick is in.
got to be beast.
The pick is in.
So no, it's Davo.
Prime selects with the 3rd pick in the 5th round. He selects the one, the only Commissioner J. Jordan and you rode together for the first time in leagues.
How did we not see that coming?
You're right.
His name is Jay, and he's going to Blunts of Prime.
No, you're 100% right.
It's a match made in Jubal heaven. That's how it is right there. You got Jay's.
What a team. Okay, I'm going to say something right now that's maybe a little crazy.
What a team.
Where does Jay play on defense?
No, that's the thing. What a team. He needed a lineman, and he picked a 4th-string wide receiver on this.
Yeah, where does he?
To come.
No, we agree.
You're forgetting about Justin. You're forgetting about Tom.
Davo, you could have gotten Jay in the 6th round.
I don't think you could.
I think you could have.
I think Ernie would have taken him.
I would have gone.
Another receiver.
I would have gone lineman here. I agree with Logan.
Davo would have been a combo.
They don't. I'm not putting Jordan at middle linebacker. His best place is at corner. He doesn't want to get hurt.
No. Nowadays, it is middle linebacker. It's got to be.
All right, the pick is in. The Wizard selects with the 4th pick in the 5th round. Ross. Ross is going to the Wizard.
Everyone has overlooked. Mike could have been a good pick for a team who needs a wide receiver.
Mike lost his value on the chat yesterday. Wherever Mike was going,
Wizard would have. Well, he would have gotten crushed.
I think that was just a terrible pick. No offense to Ross.
I don't.
Well, no, you're saying it's a terrible pick based on where he is in the draft right now, what he needs.
But
Ross is a good player.
I think he's too soft.
But here we go. That's not the Ross you selected, unfortunately. wrong Ross, but okay. Now, just for those of you paying attention, this is the last pick we announced. Where does Ernie go here, Davo?
Smarty would take another lineman.
So on the top lineman left,
Go.
you got Big E, you got Salem,
Davo. You got Davo.
you got Davo, you got Salem, you've got Sam,
Had they played
Sharman.
Tom.
Ernie did bring Sharman. Ernie did bring Sharman.
The pick is in with the last pick announced. Ernie selects. Oh,
I think this.
a good pick here.
This
Steal.
might be
Steal.
steal of the draft. It's not even a question. We've been saying his name for 6 picks.
Yeah.
That's how long? With 6 picks, we've said he's the potential to go right here, and here would be a really,
And they needed
pick for him.
And they needed him.
Picks to go, and they need a lineman. This is an unbelievable
So-
spot for Davo to land. And Hey, I'm thrilled for him, but I think they got.
All right, boys. All the picks are in. All the picks are in. We're going to announce it team by team. We'll start. All right, we are back. Here we go to announce Kuti's team. Logan, take it away.
All right, Kuti's team, alphabetically. We got Biggie. We got Dobbs. Come here. We got Gronk. We got Kut.
Get together.
We got Sheriff. We got Stella. We got TBD. We got Tom. And we got Zin.
Incredible. All right. Are you up to date? You ready? All right. I'm going to announce Rook's team. How about your computer? All right. I'm going to announce Rook's team in no official order.
No, alphabetical order. That's the.
Rook has taken Rook's team. Rook's got Blitz, Avery, Legs, Mike, Bray, himself, the Rook, Spira, Sting, and Zada. That makes out the Gorillas.
Everybody.
I'll just announce it. All right, Prime's team in alphabetical order. Prime has Beast, Bert, Big O, Iceman, Jordan, Justin, Prime, Storm, and your own
Reapers. They are. Fight. Goldberg. Key. Logic. Mighty. Open. Ross. Solo and Wizard.
All right, we're going to let Davo announce his team.
He's got like 3 of his players here.
All right, Davo, are you ready to announce your team? I can safely say this is your team. Davo, announce your team, please.
The Rubber Duckies.
For the Rubber Duckies, we're number 1. Captain Ernie.
No.
Louder.
Do this in alphabetical.
Yeah.
Dude, right here.
Jack.
No, BK.
Oh, have it your way.
Just look.
No, I can't look. I can't see. I don't have my glasses on. BK. Dax. Davo. DK.
Ernie.
I said Ernie. He's the captain. He gets first.
All right.
You are SM. And to round it out, Tommy Gunn.
And you got one more. And Veg.
Wait, Veg.
All right. BK, Davo, DK, Ernie's, Perla, Sam, Tommy, and Veg. Congratulations to all 5 teams that were formed tonight. Pray, come in here. Pray. Pray. Davo, I want to get Pray in here. Pray, honestly. Are you shocked that you're not the number 1 pick?
I could feel all the secrets, right?
Yeah, let me hear it.
So Kut texted me saying I was going to be the number 1 pick.
Did he?
He did.
No, he did.
He did.
Wow.
I don't know what happened. So it's all good.
Wait, when you showed up tonight, you thought you were going number 1.
That's insane.
Wow.
But me and Rook
I wish
played
we had a
together.
camera on you with the Aaron Rodgers look, just like, again.
Wow.
I'm happier that I went to Rook because Kut's team sucks.
Oh, I love it. All right, congratulations, number 2 pick. Hey, listen, there's no shame there. Thank you.
Next year.
Jay, come in here.
That one.
Davo, bring over a chair.
Davo?
All right, Jay.
Yeah.
You're playing.
Right?
You're.
I love to say you suck. I'm sorry.
No, he meant it.
All right, listen. Here you are. Could be your last Super Bowl season. Likely is your last Super Bowl season. Or you're flying for a game or 2 in here and there. But okay. You're going to your own. You're playing with Prime. You're playing with Iceman. You're playing with your own.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
My thoughts are, during this interview, I feel like I felt 3 years ago or 4 years ago when I sat down with you guys to talk about the cronies. And I said, I want to have a healthy season and good things will happen. I had a healthy season. We won the championship. I want to go out on top. Yaron is the guy who saved Jubal.
Yeah.
After you saved Jubal.
Nobody knows that.
Various saviors of Jubal. I feel good tonight. I mean, I feel rejuvenated. So Let's go.
To a healthy Jew Ball season, right?
Yeah. What's our team called again? Oh,
Prime, Blunts of Prime. Blunts of Prime.
I never smoked, but I'll try to get into. I'll try to get into the scene.
You never smoked?
Never smoked weed.
Wow. Another big reveal right here.
Yeah.
I think the millennials in the crowd need to grow up a little bit and put on their big girl panties and not worry so much about what pick they were. I was the last pick last year. I pretty much only played leagues last year. I got 5 sacks. How many guys in front of me got 5 sacks?
I'll tell you.
Yeah. I ate 5 sacks.
I have to tell you, I couldn't.
5 sacks. That's why they call me Big E.
Logan, you were saying?
I was just saying, I actually couldn't agree more. I've never asked anyone to put on any panties, so I don't know why we would ever start now.
Listen, Big E, it doesn't matter where you get drafted. It matters you get drafted to the right team. How do you feel about your team?
My team. I love Cookie. Cookie's, I mean, look, Mayor, good is 1A and 1B.
I mean, by the way, the barbecues are going to be ridiculous.
I know.
Are we doing barbecue? Yes, is that what we're doing? We're not playing football. We're just having meat.
Win, lose, or draw, the meat.
No, a second. Zid is going to play football while the rest of you guys eat.
By the way, no joke. If Zid comes in next season at 210, I would have.
Our barbecues
Destroy the future Jew Ball by getting it back.
Our post games are going to be epic.
I believe
epic.
that.
Epic. Under the hood.
Are we going to get some hugs of the week this year?
I don't know. That's up to you, buddy.
But you know you're on contract. I sent you the contract. You didn't sign it yet.
Wow. I mean, you blocked me from every other Jew Ball channel.
In all seriousness, Big E's hug of the week is coming back this season.
Here first.
Hopefully on a weekly session. Right.
I may not be there, but Big E will post it on some random chat.
Post it on
Mighty's chat.
All right, Big E. Thank you so much. Tommy Guns, coming here. Tommy Guns, one of the pure rooks of the season. Come on in here, Tommy. Welcome to TBI for the first time. You were a crony last year. Now you're playing for an entirely different team of guys you've never played with before. Your thoughts on your new team?
Excited. I think DK's the best lineman here on D-line. I think Dax is a hell of a quarterback. I played a couple snaps with him, so I'm really excited to get going. First season, very excited. I got a feel for it last season, but I'm ready to show some more this season.
Where do you think your skill set matches up the best for this team? I know last year you played corner for us. You took on maybe the best wide receiver we had, so Storm can play safety. Do you see yourself playing a corner? Do you see yourself as a linebacker? Where do you see yourself with this team?
Wherever I'm needed.
I like that answer.
I think I can be effective.
I like that answer.
Dude, you've been in a cronies chat. You started now in the Jew Ball chat. This is your first Jew Ball event. What do you think?
All I can say is I'm excited. I'm ready for the season.
I love it. A man who's only about football.
Tommy, welcome to Jew Ball. Welcome to the draft. We're glad you're here. Thank you so much. Thanks.
There he is.
Why are you so disappointed?
I'm not.
Oh,
You're like my guy.
man. I'm really your
I
guy.
actually wore a jacket. I kind of want to go get it. I promise I had a jacket on.
We could cut it. We can start it again if you want.
Here we go. Should I go right?
Yeah.
All right. You know what? You know what I enjoyed about this draft? You know what I enjoyed about this draft?
By the way, 1 second. He was late to his own interview that he was at.
But you know what I loved about this draft? After the first pick, let me go back. After the second pick, I had no clue where things were going.
Yeah, no, I agree. And I don't think the captains did either.
Yeah, they did. It was legit a hard draft. All right.
Now,
Ooh, it's matching the TBI crew. Maybe we found ourselves a new ball over here.
No, I can't keep up.
All right. Talk to us about this draft, this new team you got. What are you excited about? What are you looking forward to right now?
I'm very excited to play football. That I am very excited about. It's really, you never know what's going to happen. What we learned from Top Guns is it doesn't matter. Draft night is pretty meaningless. And let's see what happens. A lot of teams think they got steals. A lot of teams think the other teams are horrible. But I'm going to do my best. I'm going to try to kill some people. And
You're back with
my attorney would rather me not get into detail.
You're back with Prey. You won the first championship with Prey. I was on that team as well.
Yeah.
Excited to be back with Prey at quarterback.
I love Prey. yeah, of course. Him and Surly are the people I hate running after the most. So as long as I'm on one of their teams, I know I don't have to at least play both of them during the league games. Yeah.
Luke?
Dude, which team you think is the best one so far drafted?
It's a good question. I think my team's great. I want to start off with that. I really like Cookie's team a lot. I think it's a really strong team. I think that they're probably the strongest team. Prime's team's good. I really like the draft this year. I like how it was done. I think all teams have a lot of strengths. Surely, I would never discount him. He played excellent on Sunday. So it's going to be a great year. I think it's going to be a great year, guys.
All right. Thank you, Lex.
Yeah.
I'm gonna jump to a little analysis right here.
Are you?
As much as I think we all like Steve-O's picks of
Do we?
solo and open, solo and open, I think we could agree. Open first and solo, but I guess we'll call it solo open or open solo, whatever way you want to go it. I got to be honest with you, like Fight's the quarterback, and Fight has not shown us that he can lead a team to the promised land. And it was such a big risk when you had all the quarterbacks out there. Steve-O's played with Gronk before. He's played with Dax before. You could, I understand Dax was taken ahead. I'm saying he could have had Dax at 4. He went offensive line. So he made certain decisions that I feel like, you could have had Stoll in the 3rd. You could have maybe just got the quarterback at 4. I just feel like here he's banking on Fight, who, by the way, I think did a great job last season coming in and playing receiver. Did a great job whenever he was needed. He looked good in preseason, so you're banking that this will motivate him to get him to be the quarterback he needs to be. I don't know. I'm nervous about Fight because he's just never proved it before.
I would agree with you. I think said differently, Steve-O's team depends on 2 huge ifs. That if both those ifs come through, and that is Solo showing up and playing well, they have a phenomenal team.
Third if,
But having to rely on 2 ifs, where other teams are relying on 1 or maybe none, I think it's tough. I think it puts them in the but only time will tell. But that's my big issue.
So Dave-O, are you going back to back, belly to belly?
Great question. We definitely have a championship caliber team. I think that on paper right now, last year we had Bob. After the draft, you were able to pick that they were going to be the champions.
Sure.
Before was the unpaid-for champion that Roll Tide was. The championships at the draft, that's when it was won. This year, I don't think you can tell as much through all the teams. I think there's a lot of balance.
Power.
There's a lot of balance. There's a lot of good players mixed in with each other. With the quarterbacks not picking everybody, you have quarterbacks in the 3rd, the 2nd, the 1st, the last. I can't tell you who's going to win right now, but I think we're going to have very, very, very competitive league games and very competitive football, which Jew Ball leagues really needed, and I think it brings new life to it.
Okay, guys, this was an exciting draft. I honestly, we were saying before you were here, shocked. Every pick, I was like, I couldn't even in my head think about who's going to go next. A lot of shocking moves here. Did Prime make the right move? Not obviously, Iceman was the right move, but did Prime make the right move in drafting your own versus drafting Gronk?
Yes.
They've played together. You know what I mean? And they've won in other leagues together.
You know what you're getting.
If there was one captain who I thought could have, in quotes, reached for your own and taken him over other quarterbacks, I think this was the team.
Right. I think we said it last week's episode, right? Your own just has to dump it off to Ice and Prime. He doesn't have to throw the ball deep.
I will say, I think he reached for him at the 2nd round, and I think maybe he could have gotten him in the 3rd round.
That's
because even if Cookie would have taken your own, you would have ended up with Gronk in the 3rd.
Right.
I think not necessarily you'd be better off, but you would have had one.
No, but Rook, you had to worry about Rook. Oh no,
Rook at
Look at Prey. Yeah. Because the way the draft went.
I agree with you. Then I think he could have done it in the 3rd round. It would have been safe.
You could have gotten that one more player. Again, they ended up taking Storm. I think that's what they wanted. They have the ability to play man.
And by the way, Storm in that round, I think would have been a reach.
Maybe.
Maybe they could have gotten Avery. Maybe they could have taken legs.
But the back end defense of Zin and Gronk, right? We talked about a couple years ago when you got Munch and Solo, right? The back end defense of Zin and Gronk is so scary.
That defense is going to be phenomenal. That their team is going to be fine. You know what I mean? Like they're good. They're a good team.
And you know Gronk's a championship caliber quarterback. You know, honestly, if I'm looking at this draft, I say who comes out of here? You have 3 championship quarterbacks in the league: Gronk, Trey, the 2-time champion, and Dax. To me, I think the quarterback who has the best roster, just based on throwing the football, it's got to be Gronk.
Yeah,
He's got
throwing it.
he's got Zin. Like Zin, it's just such a difference maker.
You're right. That's a cheat code.
And you got Gronk, who's a cheat code in himself as quarterback. And then you got Zin. So, again, a lot of good picks, a lot of good moves here. A very interesting draft. I'm excited for this season. A lot of good things to happen. And, Logan, last words?
I don't have last words. Someone's blocking the sheriff. Hopefully they move. But cheers. Good luck to all 5 teams. I'm super excited just to see what this is going to turn out. We'll have 4 teams in, 1 team out. I think any team's got a chance at it this year, whereas other years we haven't felt that way. So super excited. Let's see where it goes.
Last sauce?
I'm excited. Let's get some schedule going.
All right. This week is week number 2, correct? Week 2 this week?
Leagues. I don't know when they're starting, but the sign up is live. Thank you, everybody, for coming out today. Thank you, everybody, for bringing everything. Don't forget to like, subscribe, sign up. And as always,
The draft is 3 balls in,
now we're 3
balls
out.
out. Have a great
Gotta go, guys.
week, everybody. And we'll see you on the field.